TikTok is actually getting banned in the US, potentially. The US House of Representatives recently approved a bill. It forces TikTok to separate from their parent company ByteDance. Not complying means a potential ban of the app in the US entirely. The rationale for this bill is centered on concerns that the company is a potential risk to national security. Allegedly, the app acts as a conduit for intelligence gathering by the Chinese government through the app. So you might be aware of the situation with the secondhand embarrassment you get from watching this clip.
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my military for two
Do
and a
you
half
ha-
years in Singapore.
Do you have any other passports from any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm
Okay.
Singaporean.
Let me ask you some.
Now, some might say that to this day, the senator in question still giggles himself to sleep by coming up with different variations of asking, "Are you Chinese?" And when you think things don't get any funnier, watch this clip.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have
Question.
TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you can answer that.
Because I kid you not, my grandmother, she was raised in a third world country, and she is, by definition, is someone who is technologically illiterate. And despite so, she asks way better questions to her grandchildren about certain things. She wouldn't even dare ask her grandchildren these kinds of questions because she knows the utility of actually Googling stuff up and actually doing her own research. And to top it all off, I'm going to link you to a clip. It's just shy of 1 minute in length. I'm going to let you go and watch this clip. And she was cooking. But as all good things go, it must come to an end. She lost me when she spouted the word CCP, and she did all of us dirty when she did not let him respond. Because it's convenient, eh? Here's a bit of data for you. A recent report from Pew Research suggests that more Americans actually support the US government in banning TikTok. But there's a catch. The majority of those who are in support of this bill don't even use the app. In fact, 60% of them don't. And they might think that, well, banning TikTok serves as a symbol of power. Their effort of winning, well, pardon my language, a off between the two superpowers. But what of the real hardworking blue-collar Americans, small to medium-sized business owners? Those who have utilized the social media platform to their advantage and turned their lives around for the better. Here's a report by Washington Post, which suggests that in 2023, TikTok has generated $14.7 billion for small and medium-sized companies and contributed well over $24.2 billion to the economy. One such business that is popping off on TikTok is that pizza place Dave Portnoy once reviewed. It's called Marcelo's Pizza Grill. Now, just imagine how damaging it would be for him to have his 4.2 million followers on TikTok to just vanish out of thin air. In fact, if it were not for his TikTok marketing efforts, he might not have had the chance for El Presidente of Barstool Sports to check his pizza place out. But do you want to actually know, amidst all of this controversy, do you want to know what actually grinds my gears? No, it's not because of data breach. Google has been mingling with my personal data for the longest time. Having another mega corporation in bed with my personal information is the least of my worries. Though I assure you it is also concerning, but that's a battle for another day. But one of the arguments that they use to enforce, in fact, it's one of the biggest arguments that they've used, is what actually annoys me. Now, let me explain. Now, the biggest arguments that all of the naysayers complain about is how the platform actually pushes degenerate content. And to some degree, yes, they're right. Even I don't use the platform for entertainment purposes anymore. But this half-assed argument just annoys me a lot. For those who are unaware, perhaps you're just living under a rock, the viewers themselves promote these kinds of content to the algorithm. TikTok's algorithm, along with other prominent social media platforms, now caters to user preferences down to a T. If all you watch, for example, are videos of half-brained, scantily clad women dancing, then all you get are videos of half-brained, scantily clad women dancing. Simple as. For instance, back when I was still using TikTok daily, I was into watching boxing content, and in return, TikTok was nice enough to promote me nifty content on boxing tips, along with videos of scantily clad women. And in the same manner of the lady that showed the threatening meme-like video, let's be honest, it comes across a bit disingenuous to me, because you're not actually providing the full picture, lady. Look, I do not condone threatening behavior or acts of violence, but you may not be looking at the bigger picture. Do you not think that if people are shown such videos, it's because they've been consuming, well, similar content perhaps, which prompts the algorithm to recommend more of the same content? It is almost as if they are leveraging a minuscule part of the problematic content to their advantage. But guess what? Even if they succeed in banning TikTok, right, they will have only cut off one head of the Hydra. When one falls, a billion others will pop up. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Anyone? If you want to see the real menace to society, you have to look at some Instagram Reels comment section. I'll tell you, it's just some of the stuff they say, man. They can't keep getting away with this. So, to conclude this video, short form videos are a proof of concept in the ways of how all of us Apple users are complaining about, well, certain features are not introduced soon enough when their Android counterparts have actually used the feature for as long as they have been using Android. People are still using Apple products. In fact, look at the distribution of people who uses Apple products in the US in comparison with their competitors. Short form videos, first off, they're effective in generating reach and engagement. And second off, they're good at capturing the audience's attention with, well, hopefully impactful content. While some videos are moronic, maybe, just maybe, hear me out, it is in our best interest to stop posting dumb content and post better ones. Might not generate more views since we are drawn to controversy rather than useful content, but hey, what's the problem with hoping, right? And as to how the powers that be will decide the fate of TikTok, we'll have to wait and see.